All right, so we're on our day 7 Appalachian Trail through hike. Right now we're at the Hawk Mountain Shelter. Basically, we're gonna put on a good day today. We got a beautiful weather. Should be in the 60s today, which for January 7th is very uncharacteristic. Sadie's been ready to go since the crack of dawn, but yeah, no, we're doing really good. We're just packing up our stuff here. And yeah, we'll start our 7 mile, I think it's like 7.5 mile hike to the next shelter. And then from that shelter, I think we're only like 5 miles away um, from town. So we'll do our first resupply. We still have plenty of food. Got water on site, and yeah, we're doing really good. Got to meet a group of kids last night, all under 20. There was 7 of them, and yeah, they were really cool. Um, Got 2 guys and that were in one group, and then you had one guy and 4 other girls. So I think that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so there were 7 of them in total. Yeah, and then there was us. But yeah, they were really nice. Let's say they were reading Divergent, which was very interesting to listen to. I don't know if anyone knows that story, but yeah, they were reading Divergent on the Kindle, which, hey, occupy your time. I mean, I got my book right here, and yeah, so this is the. I'm really glad that they send this like protective thing, because this is really easy to like pack in. I don't have to worry about ripping pages or whatever. So yeah, we got our book right here, the Holy Bible, and it's yeah, it's very interesting. I'd say we're just getting to the point in Numbers where um, Moses is handing off leadership to Joshua, and yeah, it was very interesting to see how even Moses, the Moses and Aaron that were chosen, they still didn't believe God, and were then punished for that, for their unfaithfulness. Or I think they said that they doubted the Lord's holiness, and that was the reason that they couldn't enter the promised land. So Aaron died, and then vested his son, and um, and then you have Moses, who appointed Joshua as the new like leader of the tribes of Israel. So very interesting stuff. I would say you're definitely getting all the details. Well, I think like a lot of times people will just skip through a lot of the names and all like the smaller portions of the Bible and stuff, and it's like, really reading it from beginning to end, it's like, yeah, you're really filling in a lot of your knowledge that, I'm learning stuff that I didn't even know. I mean, I kind of, you kind of have like a general feel, the story of Moses and the Israelites, but especially when they start doing the census counts, and it's like, yeah, they had 600,000 men, like fighting men all the time. So I can see why uh, a lot of the other uh, cities and people around the area didn't want them passing through their land, even though they said, look, we're not going to touch any of your stuff. They're like, yeah, we're not going to allow you just to roll in with 600,000 of your boys, pretty much. So yeah, it's really interesting. And then they have yeah, it just like all the little stories. It's like, oh, okay, you're starting to fill in like the timeline. Um, but it was also really interesting to see. Uh, Hello, big girl. It was really interesting to see how God really started to get angry with the people. They're like, look, you still doubt me after everything that you've seen with your own eyes. You see the cloud above the ark, and at nighttime it's on fire. And they, specifically say that the whole house of Israel, knew of these things. It's not, it's like this was like common knowledge. Like this is where God is. Like, um, like they had so many physical signs, and he's like, even though I, send you all of these signs and wonders and miracles and all this stuff, you still want to rebel against me. Like, what is your problem? You know, and it's well, I think the thing was that God never said there wouldn't be suffering. I think that's maybe what the people were losing faith about, because they did go hungry, they did run out of meat. I mean, they did go thirsty for periods of time. They did have um, you know problems still happen to them. It's, God's like, I'm not taking away all of your problems or the suffering, um, because I forget the saying, but it's like, suffering produces faith. And I'll probably be completely butchering it, so I won't even try to quote it. But I think it's somewhere in John. It's like something about suffering, and suffering produces faith, because when you're down bad and stuff is not going right, and you can't see any any positive outcome to this situation, that's when you need to have faith, because it's like, um, I think faith is like a vehicle for trust. I'm putting my trust in God. So when people say faith, it's like, okay, what is faith? That word. Is it a tangible thing? Is it actions? Is it choices? Um, you know, Putting your faith and trust in God. So I feel like faith is kind of like a vehicle for trust. Just saying, like, look, I can't see it, but I'm not worrying about it. I'm not allowing the situation to overcome my emotions, or, um, you know, make me feel disheartened. And, yeah, because it's like, there's a lot of things that we can't physically see with our eyes. There's a lot of stuff that you can't see, like I can see that dog. But, oh yeah, she's having a good time. But, so yeah, it's just, very interesting to see the progression, because it's, God's like, look, how many times do I have to do this for you guys? It's, you know, the stiff-necked people of the Israelites, or the house of Israel. So, yeah, so I was just reading that last night, and it rained a little bit last night. We had some good views. Wow, that's a pretty dog. Thank you, Lord, for such a pretty dog. Hi, you. Look at those ears. The radar discs. But anyway, yeah, she wants to play fetch. Oh, she caught that one too. So anyway, yeah, that's just a little update on us on day 7. So we've been doing this for 1 week. So we took a bunch of days of rest already, so we'll just power through. We have some beautiful weather today. Like, honestly, I might have to take some layers off, because it's going to be up in the 60s. So I'll probably end up taking this sweatshirt off and just being down on my base layer, which is really nice. Be able to feel the sun on my back a little bit without the cold. And so yeah, that's our update. And yeah, we'll continue our updates. So day 7 of the Appalachian Trail.